3 hours on an estimate, you drive out, you measure, you price it out, you write it up, and you send it. Then just crickets, absolutely nothing. You follow up twice and you get silence. You didn't lose that job. You never had it in the first place. You just paid 3 hours to find that out. That's a tire kicker. Somebody who wants the price, the ideas, the walkthrough, everything except for the job. And most of them aren't doing it on purpose. And a few of them are lovely people. Doesn't matter. They cost you exactly what a real customer costs you. And they pay you absolutely nothing. Do that twice a month, and at 6 hours a month, you worked for free. 72 hours a year. Almost 2 full working weeks gone on people who are never going to hire you. I'm Jean Brunette. I'm an accountant and I work with residential contractors on the business side of things. The problem isn't the leads, it's that you don't have a filter. So here's one. There are 5 signs you're quoting a tire kicker. Every one of them shows up in the first conversation, on the phone, in the email, and before you get in the truck. And I'm going to give you all 5 and the one question that catches each one. 5 questions you can ask your prospects in under 5 minutes. That's what stands between you and losing the next 72 hours. Sign number 1, they can't tell you why now. You ask what they're looking to do and the answer is soft. We're thinking about redoing the kitchen. Just wanted to see what something like this runs. Nothing anchors it. No event, no date, no reason it's happening this year instead of next. Compare that to a real one. The tenant moves out on October 1st. There's a baby due in March. The financing just cleared. So real events create real projects. Without one, you're pricing a daydream. The question that catches it, what's driving the decision to do this now? Ask it in the first 2 minutes. Their answer either has a specific trigger in it or it doesn't. Sign number 2. They've never done this before and it shows. You mention a change order and you have to explain what a change order is. You give them a number and there's a long pause on the phone. First timers aren't automatically a problem. Plenty of good clients are on their first renovation. The problem is a first timer who's also shopping on price because they've got no real reference point for what the work costs and they think you're the expensive one. You'll spend the whole job educating them and they'll fight you on every dollar while you do it. The question here is, have you and everyone else making this decision worked with a contractor before? The everyone else part does matter. The person you're talking to might be fine. It's the spouse who's never done this that kills the deal in week 3. Because they're the real decision maker, not the one you're talking to. Sign number 3. There's no date on anything. Not the project, the decision. Those are 2 different things, and most contractors only ask about one. You ask when they want the work done, and they say spring. So fine. But when are they actually going to be picking who does the work? If they don't know, they're not choosing, they're collecting. And you're a data point in a spreadsheet. The question is, what's your timeline for deciding who to hire? A serious buyer has an answer. We're seeing 2 other guys this week deciding Friday. That's someone who's actually going to pick somebody. No real rush, just gathering ideas, is someone who will still be gathering ideas next November. Sign number 4, they won't say a number. You ask about a budget and you get, I have no idea, or, well, what do you charge? Or it depends on the price. Here's the thing, the number itself barely matters. It can be low, it can be way off. That's a conversation you can have. What matters is whether there's actually a number at all. Because a number means they've thought about it. It means money exists somewhere in this. Somebody sat down and worked out what they could spend. No number means nobody's done that yet, and you're about to write a quote into a vacuum. The question here is, do you have a budget set aside for this? And if the number's too low, don't write the quote. Say, for what you're describing, projects like this usually land between X and Y. Does that line up with what you had in mind? That sentence saves you the whole afternoon. Sign number 5, you're one of 5. You ask how they found you, and the answer is, you came up on Google. Or, I'm getting a few quotes. That's not a lead, that's a price comparison, and you've already been entered into it. Now compare. I saw the deck you did for the Hendersons. My realtor said to call you. My brother-in-law used you last year. Those people already decided you're good. The only thing left is whether it works. The question, what made you reach out to us specifically? You want to know if they picked you or if you're just the next number on the list. Now this happened to me. I'm not just telling you to do this. I ran on someone and walked away. The guy found me on Google, solo IT consultant, needed corporate tax returns, and he was behind. 2 years outstanding. So question 1 comes back green. That's a real trigger, a real deadline, a real problem that he has. He's outside my niche. I work with construction owners, but I could do the work, so I kept going. Then I asked what the business brought in. $60,000. Not what he paid himself. That's the revenue. I charge a minimum of $2,000 per corporate return. He needed 2 of them, plus some other work. $4,000 minimum on $60,000 of revenue. I don't normally bring up price before someone asks, but that time I did. I told him $2,000 a return, I don't discount, and I don't lower my price. He could think about it and email me if he wanted to go ahead, but I wasn't going to send a proposal, and I didn't follow up either. The math didn't work for him, and pretending otherwise would have cost us both a week. Now that's 5 questions you can ask your prospect in under 5 minutes, all of it before you get in the truck. 3 or more red flags, and you're not saying no, you're setting a standard. Something like, sounds like you're still in the planning stage. My process works best when there's a scope, a budget, and a timeline in place. Once you got those, call me back. You haven't burned anything. If they're serious, they'll respect it and come back. I've written the whole thing out, all 5 questions, what each one is actually diagnosing, what a green light sounds like, and what a red flag sounds like, plus 2 example conversations so you can hear the difference. It's free. The link is in the description below. You can get it and stop writing estimates for people who are never going to hire you. Now the filter fixes who gets your time. It doesn't fix what you charge them. And that's the bigger number. If you want to see the whole thing, how it fits all together, the pricing, the positioning, and the math that gets you to a $100,000 salary, watch this video next.